Welcome to Pagan Crafting. Today we are going to be making a pink goddess Aphrodite pendulum. Super excited to share this with you because this is going to be part of a special series I'll be putting out with many beautiful pendulums. These pendulums will be made from crystals, glass, semi-precious stones, from anything from polymer clay, howlite skulls, charms, pendant points. We're going to be doing some wire wrapping and so much more. Please join me and let's have some fun. Welcome back. So what I'm doing here is with this goddess Aphrodite pendant that I'm making, I am using the goddess charm, which is made out of silver, as well as a Celtic embellishment as well. Glass faceted sparkly beads. Oh my gosh, they're so amazing. As well as it is a really neat pendulum point stone. It's called a piemontite quartz. It's for courage, confidence. It helps approach others. You deal with embarrassing experiences. It lends creative sexuality. It helps express one's needs. It supports the heart, liver, small intestine, kidneys, and regeneration. It also strengthens the sexual organs. Now, I didn't know when I had named Pink Goddess Aphrodite pendulum that was actually the stone that came with. So I thought that was very special, something to just help a little Aphrodite love, little Venus love coming in there. Now what I'm going to do here, I've got my pattern here. I couldn't find a ruler, so I use another pendulum for the length. I'm just pulling out some little bug pins. These are great, so I'm going to use those as the tip of my pendulum holding point. They're different than my loop holes. It's just a little nicer finish. The loopholes are good if you're going to add an extra bead, which I am not. So I'm going to use the loopholes to attach my faceted beads together. I'm going to go clear, then pink, and clear again. Then I'm going to add a loophole to that because I would like to attach that all together with chain and attach that to the goddess pendant as well. So here I'm just grabbing my pliers. I'm going to bend it over, and then I'm going to grab my loop pliers here and make a loophole. Just squeezing it together to reinforce it, and straightening up the loophole because you want everything nice and straight when you're making a pendulum. You don't want any bent over loopholes at all. I'm just snipping off the excess wire here so it's nice and clean finish. And for our embellishment for our holder part, or tip of our pendulum, and that is going to be the top point. So again, just snipping off the excess wire and tucking in the wire so nothing gets caught on your finger or clothing or anything like that. Now I'm going to add just a few loops here. I like to use a smaller jump rings when attaching things together, then it's not such a wide swirl base for it to work on. Just some nice small loop rings. Or jump rings, whichever you prefer. And again, I'm going to use a loop wire again and make another loop on top. And I just tuck in the loop into the hole, and then it helps secure it, and that tucks in that extra wire so it's not sticking out too. Again, using the smaller rings for the top part, but I'm using a larger ring to attach the pendant point onto. Gives it a bigger swivel base. And now I'm assembling the pendant together. Now, again, I didn't have my ruler, so I'm going to use another pendulum for my length. Grabbing some nice, beautiful silver chain. And I'm not gonna measure, I'm just gonna measure it with my heart. Measure it with love. I like to just hold it up between the two. It doesn't need to be perfect. Not every pendulum needs to be the exact same length as every other one. So measure with your heart. That's good enough. Now again, using the smaller jump rings, I like to assemble the chain to the rest of the pendulum. Now this pendulum will be available on my Etsy store, and if you watch all the way to the end, I'm going to provide you with a discount code for you so you can actually purchase this exact pendulum. And I will link up in the description down below not only my shop, but my direct link to this beautiful pendulum we made here together today. And you can purchase it for 10% off on my Etsy store, and you can be the first one to own a one-of-a-kind pink goddess Aphrodite pendulum. Now I have one more part left to do here, and that's attach the wire to the finger hold, and then we will be all done. Just lining up the jump rings super nice. Look at how sparkly. Ooh! I have to move into slow motion because it just looks cooler that way. Oh, I wish I could show you, but it's actually a beautiful pink faceted bead. You can see more on my Etsy store. I have some more photos of it. It's just the light was so bright for the camera, but it's beautiful, beautiful pink faceted glass beads with the piemontite quartz. I want to thank you so very much for joining me today and making this with me today. It's been an absolute pleasure, and it's been so much fun to make this with you.